What's up, guys? Old Ed Mike here, young Jordan. Welcome to our Mosh Talk Core weekly news. Where we bring you all of this past week's hottest stories in metalcore, hardcore, deathcore, etc. Album announcements, tour announcements, band drama, etc. So let's go ahead and dive in. This one's going to be a little bit shorter than the others. Thankfully, we like shorter videos. So let's go into our story of the week, which is this new Bring Me the Horizon set list just dropped for their show
that they just played
yesterday. And apparently it is entire set list of heavy songs. All of it.
I don't know about Empire or Hospital for Souls, but yeah, basically all.
I mean, there's Sippy Turtles heavy at Bring Me the Horizon. Sippy the Turtles peak Bring Me the Horizon, to be honest. So I'm gonna call it. It's still heavy, but it's not deathcore heavy, but still. You got Liquor and Love Lost, first time live since 2008. Chelsea first Smile album. With Courtney from Spirit Box. It Never Ends. I Used to Make Out with Medusa, first time played since 2009. Sleep with One Eye Open, first time played since 2011. This is ridiculous. I honestly can barely believe it. I called bullshit for a while because I'm like, zero new songs, like none of their new stuff. This is all like pre 2016,
This was in Malta. That was in Europe, so.
And so everyone's expecting that this might be their playlist for the Knock Loose tour that they're doing. I would hope so, because it's, Knock Loose. Would be cool to see Bring Me the Horizon play their heavy shit. Might get some people excited. Watch everyone go to their shows and they only play new stuff again. Everyone's like, yeah. What happened to that set list?
I would be so mad.
All right, and now we're gonna go into some tour announcements. Not too many this week. I had this on here last week or the week before that. Just got some updates. They added Oceano to Kentucky Irate Fest, Palisades to a whole bunch of bands down here. I'm not gonna go through all there, but a bunch of nice deathcore. You got Worm Shepherd down there. They also added Bury Or Dead, so that's sick. That's gonna be a fun one as well. Check out all these. There's so many, and there's more to be announced. And I also heard somewhere, I think I read somewhere, or I think it was Adam actually from Oceano that said that Hardcore Keem is hosting Irate Fest. I don't know what that means because it's like a 3-day thing, but Hardcore Keem's involved somehow. So stay tuned for that, for these updates, because that means the headliners aren't even announced. And if these are the bands that are playing under them, I'm excited to see what this might be. Might have to check it out. Next, we got the Is for Lovers. It's like 3 festivals in 3 different cities. Got Kansas, Colorado, and of course, you've got Ohio, because Ohio's for lovers. I don't know, Cincinnati and Ohio, Denver, Colorado. I'll let you guys read all these, but you've got Thursday is playing a couple of these, Wonder Years, a lot of pop punk bands, a lot of post hardcore as well. Story of the Year, Emery, Real Friends, and then the Ohio, the Ohio one is not fully announced yet, so stay tuned for that one. That one's probably going to be the biggest one, obviously, because it's Hawthorne Heights presenting it, and Ohio's for Lovers, etc., etc. Yeah, you know where I'm going. So again, stay tuned for this one. This is another one in September. So this could come out. It's already pretty big. This could turn out to be really, really big. But that's pretty cool. I like that Hawthorne Heights getting some nice recognition. That would be fun. Then we got this. If you like some hardcore thrash style shit, we got we got Full Terror Assault Open Air 2022 in Cave-In Rock, Illinois, Hog Rock Campground, September 7, 8, 9, and 10. You got stuff like Pig Destroyer, Suicidal Tendencies, Municipal Waste, Creeping
Creeping
Death.
Death.
Good one. Any other ones that I'm very familiar with? Not really.
Not really.
I don't listen to a lot of thrash stuff, crossover stuff, so but I know a lot of people out there do. This looks like it's gonna be a fun one. A lot of the
Municipal
old,
Waste is good live. I saw him at Warped Tour one year.
a lot of the old '90s flip bill hats. Let's go. Get your Suicidal Tendencies hats on. Next is no, I think we're done with the. Yeah, that's all the tour announcements. There wasn't really anything this week. So now we're into the band drama news. So Alex Terrible, Alex and the rest of Slaughter to Prevail have moved to Florida, or are attempting to move to Florida. They're looking for a hookup on. They've been having trouble finding a place that's like nice and affordable, I guess. But I think this is a pretty bold move. This is crazy because they're moving because of they basically committed treason. If you don't know, in Russia, you're basically not allowed to talk about, be against their war, or their government, etc. And Alex and the band were very vocal about that, and so they were like, guess we gotta get the fuck out. So moving to the States, I think it's very cool of them to, they basically like gave up their lives to, for their statement, and it's very honorable for them.
And I feel like they can get a lot over here.
Yeah. It's probably a good move, but lots of respect to Slaughter to Prevail for that. That's pretty cool. And also, if you have any hookups in Orlando or Florida, DM Alex Terrible on Instagram. This was about almost a week ago, so I don't know if they've gotten hooked up yet or not. But if you have any hookups, message them. Next we got Bright Eyes singer Connor Oberst walks off stage after 2 songs at Houston concert, and then apparently fans came up and finished the set for him. So, and this isn't even all of it. I don't have the link. I lost the link, but it was actually some comments on Facebook on like someone shared the article, and someone had saw them in Austin like the day after this, and again he was like going on like COVID rants and shit, and just like, I don't know, some fucking Aaron from Stained type shit. Really weird. Very, very lots of drama, and I'm pretty sure Bright Eyes is playing When We Were Young too. So stay tuned for this. I don't know if he's gonna keep fucking shit up and end up getting himself kicked off of When We Were Young. I'm not a big fan of Bright Eyes to begin with.
Never heard of him.
Fucking super emo, like, oh, MySpace shit. When I love her, I don't have to love. Something, don't give a fuck. I don't know. Fucking bullshit. Don't like it. But yeah, it's cringy. It's cringy. Anyways, so this one is actually local to us. Third String Productions, which if you don't know, they run So What Festival. Emo Night is Emo Night's Third String, right? That's literally.
Pretty sure they started it.
Yeah. A little call out. Apparently, there. I should have got the screenshot as well if I wanted to do my full news duties. But on this post, he's talking about how, for Third String's label, bands can send in their submissions, and apparently in the submission form, there's a screenshot in this thread. There's a tip section. Tip our agents for listening to your submission. And it's like, so does that mean like if I tip a bunch, are they gonna actually listen? Does that mean they're gonna, and it's like it's a Venmo. They literally just give you their Venmo for the tips. Like, that's like fucking weird. That's like shady and just, I don't know, very strange. Very strange. Like, I take tips when, you know, bands want me to do their album reviews and stuff like that, but that's like work, you know. I like, you know, I promote it and I go put up all this shit, you know, and post videos, and, you know, it's bands paying for not just recognition, but they like the opinions and stuff. But this is like you're trying to get basically a job, and they want tips to hear you out, and it's, I don't know, man, it's weird. The guy said it's bribery in broad daylight. I'm supposed to believe the staff listening to the submissions aren't considering the tip amount as they listen, like, you know what I mean? So, a little weird. I've heard a lot of things about Third String, but again, you know, we're in Dallas. Third String is basically a monopoly. They run basically all of the shows here. What am I gonna do? Not go to shows, you know?
Yeah, there is another like booking company here, and they just got completely like.
Yeah, can't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
But I'm pretty sure the owner was kind of shady too.
So yeah, next up, Parkway Drive issue new update. We're here to stay. If you remember, a while back they canceled their entire tour, with
yeah, they were supposed to play
the Black Dahlia Murder, and they canceled the tour. And, you know, they were like, we've been doing this nonstop, we want to break. And everyone was like, oh, I bet they're going to break up. And so this is basically their thing, saying, you know, we're not breaking up. We're fucking tired. We want to break. So, you know, the last few years have been tough on everyone. Having toured nonstop for 17 years, the shutdown was a major challenge. While we set our minds on other creative paths, we also gained a greater perspective of the impact this band has had on us. I wish I could do an Australian accent. That would have made this more... Mental health is an ever-present issue within our society. We are no exception. As touring started back up, we found ourselves at a crossroads, continue down the same path, risk more damage, and more than likely destroy the band and ourselves, or take the time needed to do work on ourselves and heal. We are doing the work, and we know that ultimately this was the correct choice. Thank you again for your understanding. At the end of the day, we are all just humans doing the best we can. Be kind, and please speak to someone if you need help. For the record, we are here to stay. So, basically just a mental health break, before they get back on tour and start doing shit. So, you know, good on them. Maybe it'll make them start writing stuff that sounds like Horizons. Who knows? Next. My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way honors late Power Trip frontman Riley Gale during concert. At one of their shows recently, he like told a little story about Riley. Said there's a video, but I'll just say what he says. I was so inspired by that dude. They were going to be one of the bands that were going to open for us, or at least I was going to ask. They could have said
that would have been so cool.
Yeah, they could have said fuck no, which I would have been totally respectful of, but I have a feeling they might have said yes. They were a great fucking band. Rest in peace, Riley, motherfucker. True, that would have been big. That would have been a big thing.
That would have been huge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And apparently he was like wearing a Power Trip hat and everything, so that's cool. Next up, this weird shit. Widow of All That Remains, Oli, believes that mystery woman may have murdered him. If y'all remember, Oli passed away a few years ago, and somehow, I guess there was an interview or something, his wife mentions the name, some random woman named Penelope, who allegedly pushed Oli into the same pond in which he died just months before his death. Said that Penelope showed up on their property late one night, seemingly out of nowhere, as Beth was outside looking for one of her 3 dogs. Penelope was weaving in and out of the bushes. She told us her name. Oli said, I did not know her. Ollie said he did not know her. I was like, who the hell is that? And she said, I'm Penelope. I heard you guys calling for your dog and came to help. So the three of us were supposed to look for the dog, but she was just watching and not helping. She stared at us. I heard movement. I thought it was the dog, and then all of a sudden Penelope pushes him over the ledge into the pond. Then she ran off. So she's saying that she thinks that she might have had something to do with his death, but they can't find her. And curiously, Penelope was never seen again. So there's a quote, I absolutely did not kill my husband. That sounds like something somebody...
But right as he died, Phil from All That Remains had said something about his actual wife being like shady and being maybe a suspect in the murder. So,
yeah.
I mean...
and then this nice little ending here. Currently in control of Ollie's estate, she is entitled to any current and future earnings, including any revenue derived from his time and All That Remains. And she used the proceeds from his life insurance policy to make various repairs to their home and to buy herself a new Jaguar XE.
Oh, okay.
So...
I definitely did not kill my husband.
I definitely did not.
Sad and not vouch for this Penelope woman ever.
Yeah, I absolutely did not kill my husband. So take that with what you will.
No, I'm not gonna hurt you. No.
Oh, I guess there was one more tour announcement. Sorry, my bad. Born of Osiris announced a headlining. A few dates. There's 8 dates. No support, just headlining, so it might be just locals. So if you're anywhere, Florida, Tennessee, Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, over there on the east side, might be able to catch Born of Osiris, a smaller show probably. So stay tuned for that. Let's see what else we got. Apparently there's a hardcore band named Life's Question on Triple B Records, and Philadelphia tattoo artist Gillian Marie used Instagram to accuse the vocalist of breaking her arm during an incident in Tin Can Bar. She said, "Thanks a lot, Josh Haynes, for breaking my arm and getting away with it. He is one of 2 people. For the safety of my fellow Port Richmond neighbors, I've decided to post his face and Instagram handles for his personal and band accounts. Feel free to swipe for a photo of this coward and share to warn your friends." Are you familiar with this band, Life's Question?
Nope.
I'm not very familiar, but I saw this shared earlier, and it's the news, so I thought I'd throw it in the news. So if you know this band, here is the one thing that's very special about this. So they are playing 2022 This Is Hardcore, and after the statement, the guy who runs This Is Hardcore, Joe McKay,
oh boy, Joe Hardcore,
did not remove them from the lineup, and shared. All he did was share a statement from the vocalist, basically saying, "At no time did I strike any woman or any accusation being made against me, suggesting so is unequivocally false. I've waited to speak this long to seek professional counsel in an effort to put all this baseless slander and harassment, etc." So he's completely denying it, and Mr. Joe Hardcore just is like, yeah, 2 sides to every story. That's what he shared. This is Joe Hardcore right here. So, I don't know. I mean, it was a bar thing, so it's,
Yeah.
well, no telling what really happened. Couple more stories here. Counterparts to release new album in October. I think we had that story last week that there was speculation, and so now we've got an actual date, October 21st. A eulogy for
title.
those still here, and an album cover and songs.
The
Got
album
everything
cover
here.
looks like
Looks like hardcore. Looks like
It looks like none of their other like album covers at all. This
looks like you could put I Am right there.
I was gonna say Black Sabbath.
Yeah, very 70s. Yeah. Got some song names here. Whispers of Your Death, Bound to the Burn, Unwavering Vow. They sound like death metal song tracks, so we'll see what they sound like. Hopefully we'll get a single here pretty soon.
I remember Bound to the Burn was like a riff demo that the guitarist had done like years and years and years ago, and they're finally using it.
So stay tuned for that. Let's see. An unofficial announcement has yet to be made, but the album and its lead single are expected to be unveiled late next week. So that means this week.
Pre-orders.
So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get something this week. That'd be cool. I'll save that one for last because that's Jordan's specific. Let's see. We got of Sulfur. Ricky of Suffocate, his new band. They've signed to Century Media, which is pretty cool. Very big label. Very big move for this tiny band. That's they've only had I don't even think they have an album yet. I think they just have some singles. I don't remember. I'll have to look. More blackened deathcore, Lorna Shore style. A little bit slower, I think. Based on the tracks, they're dropping a new track on June 8th, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be about a week and a half. But yeah, it's a pretty cool move for someone who. Oh, they did have an EP. My bad. Sorry. But Ricky's a very cool vocalist, very talented, one of the OGs. So proud of them for getting on Century Media. That's pretty big. Next up, Between the Buried and Me announced the Great Misdirect Live album. Unveiled plans to release the Great Misdirect Live on June 24th. The original album was released on 2009 and was recorded live at the Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts, and mixed and mastered by Jamie King. So that's cool. They've got some bundles. These are some pretty cool albums here. Look at this. Very nice colors. So if you're into Between the Buried and Me live, if you want some live stuff, those are pretty sick.
Oh, I don't remember what album that is.
Colors. And like that the website is BT Bamazon. So, well, that's what it says. Oh god.
Oh, man.
Next, Miss May I announced new album, Curse of Existence. They released a couple singles. I didn't check out the last one. I totally forgot, and my bad. First new full length in 5 years. September 2nd is the new date. Through Sharp Turn, mixed and mastered by Will Putney. Massive. We'll see how it goes. We saw them live. I didn't think they were doing too great. Their new singles weren't anything special, or at least the first one. I mean, I didn't listen to the second one. So, if you're excited, you're excited. Good for you. We'll definitely be checking it out though. So stay tuned for that. I have a double. And last but not least, this one Jordan shared. Jordan, you want to explain what this is?
All right, so this is the drummer of Sworn In, who we know. I guess they got back together not too long ago. Maybe what? I don't even remember what year it was. I think it was right before the pandemic, maybe 2019. They re-recorded Start End. And then they just kind of disappeared, and no one knows what happens.
Yeah.
But, apparently, here from the drummer, he says there was supposed to be a fourth final album that they had, but I guess that's not happening. But all the members that were in that version of Sworn In, minus maybe the vocalist, I guess, because I don't see him named in there.
Yeah.
So they have something new coming out pretty soon, so I guess we'll be looking out for that because Sworn In was one of those bands.
Yeah,
It'd be kind of
huge,
cool to have
very
them back.
influential.
Oh,
What
yeah.
what does it mean? This Sworn In, the next chapter of Sworn In, not Sworn In. I don't know what that means.
Just the new band, I guess, because of members. But
Yeah. Is it sworn in? Like sworn? Like is this just one word now? Is that what they're saying? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they're just gonna change the name.
Yeah. So stay on the lookout for that. Could be exciting. You know. Who knows? What was the vocalist's name? Tyler.
Well, there is two different vocalists. There was Tyler was in the
The
very
other guy.
beginning, then left. Then the guitarist Gene was on Start End,
Yeah.
who was the vocalist the last time.
What has
whenever they got
Tyler
back
been up to
together.
though? Do you know where they disappeared?
I follow them on Instagram. I see them post on there and Twitter sometimes. They just post selfies here and there.
Well, rip that band, but stay tuned for maybe
Yeah.
some more Sworn In. But all right, that is the end of the news. Cut it a little bit early tonight, so sick. Want to thank everybody for coming and watching these. We appreciate this. Is the best way to support the channel, you know, is by just watching these videos that we do, these and our album reviews and stuff, and coming to our live streams. We have our drunken song requests on Friday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube, and then on Sundays we have album reviews, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, same time, but on Twitch. So come by, hang out with us, come talk to us, and let us know what you think of the news stories that we're doing and how we're faring on these videos. So other than that, appreciate y'all. Old head Mike, young ass Jordan, reminding you, never too old for this.